Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4 has done extremely well for itself, making itself one of the, if not the, best-selling PlayStation exclusive of all time thus far. So, and it's rightly so, the game is actually incredible. I've not took my own horn here, but I've platinumed it. I've done everything in this game. This game is one of Insomniac's best works ever. It is literally incredible. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss what this game could possibly mean for the Ratchet and Clank franchise in the future and what impact it's really going to have. But before I step into anything, I just wanted to point out that the fact that this game has been a humongous success, it of course means that there will be a sequel for this game. I'm calling it now, there will 100% be a sequel. Sony will want them to continue this, and Marvel, this has been a huge success for Marvel as well. You know, this game has proved to be extremely successful. It was a very successful success, as I keep saying. So, let's talk about how this will impact Ratchet and Clank. So, Ratchet and Clank, we are still eagerly awaiting the next game in the franchise. But now that Spider-Man has released, we all kind of thought, well, maybe now this is the opportunity to work on the next Ratchet and Clank, possibly. Well, I don't think so right now, because it seems to me we might have a bit of an issue because Spider-Man has done so incredibly well. They will get asked to make Spider-Man 2 or a Spider-Man sequel, so this means that development on a new Spider-Man will be a 100% priority at Insomniac, considering how successful the first game actually has been. And that's not to include all the downloadable content that they have planned for this new game. I don't see them ending support for Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4 just yet. But 100%, this new Spider-Man game will be a priority at Insomniac. This is what worries me. If they are making a new Ratchet and Clank game, because the thing is, at the same time, Ratchet and Clank was very, very successful on the PlayStation 4. It's also one of Insomniac's most successful games, so I don't see them completely getting rid of it. I do believe that a new Ratchet and Clank may be put to the side while they work on a brand new Spider-Man game. Or the other thing that I could definitely see happening is they will just hand Ratchet and Clank over to a smaller development team so that they can work on whatever is coming next for the Ratchet and Clank series. But then the other possibility is there might not even be a Ratchet and Clank game coming out at all while this whole new Spider-Man, trend is going on at Insomniac. Could you imagine that if they just don't work on it at all? Now I don't see them doing that because I know Insomniac understand how popular the Ratchet and Clank series actually is, and I don't really see them throwing it all away. I think that would just be really poor. Just there is a big fan base here who want to see Ratchet and Clank stuff. So just to not do anything with that franchise no more would just be a massive mistake. Another possibility is that Ratchet and Clank could be handed to a brand new developer. This is something I really don't recommend Insomniac do. New developers for old franchises, they sometimes go well, but most of the time it's always best just to leave the original IP with the original developer who made it. I mean, could you imagine Last of Us being made by anybody other than Naughty Dog? No, I don't think so. I don't think that would work at all. But the main question is, should we be worried about Ratchet and Clank? I would say yes and no. I believe that Ratchet and Clank will still continue no matter what, but there is always that bit of doubt in the back of your mind, especially at the back of our mind as a fan base right now, what is happening? Because nobody talks about Ratchet and Clank. Insomniac have not spoken about Ratchet and Clank at all since the PS4 game and the movie came out. At least at this point, we know that if they are going to be working on bigger projects, we know that there is no more movies coming out for Ratchet and Clank, so this game will be a completely new original title. I don't see them doing a Going Commando remake. I think that would definitely be irrelevant at this point. I don't recommend them doing that. I really don't. But we know that it's not going to be tied in with a movie. I said in my previous videos that I thought they were going to make a really ambitious Ratchet and Clank game next, but that was before Spider-Man had actually released, and now looking at it, I could see them doing another smaller adventure like Into the Nexus or Quest for Booty. I really hope that is not the case. I don't want another smaller game. That is not what I'm after. I'm after for the next generation Ratchet and Clank experience. I want the brand new more open world adventure. You know, we all want that Ratchet and Clank game that's better than the PS4 one, and you know, just sits on top of the throne as being the best Ratchet and Clank. We just want this brand new game so much. It has been a couple years now, but I don't think we're going to get it for a little while yet. So, goddamn you, Spider-Man. You are a fantastic game, but you've put my favourite game series in a little bit of doubt. Now, I may not have no reason to worry, but Ratchet and Clank, for the first time for me, has felt like more in doubt now than it ever has. We don't know what route this series is going to go down. Like I said, I've made previous videos about what could come next, but with the recent success of Spider-Man doing so incredibly well, I'm just not sure. My opinion on this is just really uneasy. I really want to see a new Ratchet and Clank, but at the same time, I think a new Spider-Man will really help Insomniac. Like, I think this game has actually done a lot of good for Insomniac. It's really put their name on the map. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the fact that Spider-Man has sold well. Well done to him. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely incredible. So congratulations, Insomniac. You really have made a fantastic game. Just going to give my quick little sneaky thoughts for the PS4 Spider-Man here. It is an incredible game. It is the best version of Spider-Man in my opinion. It's definitely one of the best things that Insomniac have ever made. It's definitely one of the best exclusives on the PS4 so far this year. I definitely rate it higher than God of War. So I'll be honest, if we see more of this, I do want to see more Spider-Man from Insomniac, I really do. Or maybe give Insomniac a chance to work for another Marvel IP. Maybe. There's some pretty cool Iron Man concepts. If I've got them, I'll put them on the screen here. There were some pretty cool Iron Man concepts for like an Insomniac version of that. But guys, that's pretty much it. What do you think will happen to Ratchet and Clank? Do you think that the recent success for Spider-Man has really put the series into a bit of a tricky situation, or do you think it's not even going to matter, or do you think Ratchet and Clank is done for altogether and is never ever going to come back? Just let me know in the comment section below. Also, while you're at it, let me know if you've played Spider-Man on PS4. Let me know what you thought about it down below. Like I said, I think it is a truly fantastic game, one of Insomniac's best. Want another one, hands down. Want another one so badly, but at the same time, I just want my new Ratchet and Clank game. Even if it's just a mobile game or something, just give us something. Like, all Insomniac have to do to cure all these worries or something, or just sit down in an interview or something and talk about the Ratchet and Clank series. Because at this point, it really seems like the series is drifting off somewhere. And we don't really know where it's going. We don't know whether we're a big franchise anymore, or whether it's... You guys get what I mean. But that's it for this video. Leave some comments down below. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know whenever I'm uploading. And I will catch you guys later on. Peace.